guys, what is going on? It is your boy James the Ace. Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about what exactly is going on. Like, we've been in an update drought for an actual while, and honestly I haven't been uploading because of it. Like, I literally said in my last video, like, if you guys want to support the boy, drop a like, because I'm gonna be uploading a lot more. You know, my life has been turning around. I'm actually in a very considerable, like, happier mood than I ever once was in the past few years, right? And all of that is still true, but in terms of like having the motivation to record, Wiz just has not been providing any entertainment value, even like off record, man. And it's like, it's gotten to the point where if I'm going to stream or record, I kind of have to put on this fake persona that I guess a lot of people have gotten like very good at doing. Now, that's not to say that, like, you know, the current content creators are like faking, you know, them being entertained by the game, but like I genuinely feel like, and because a lot of people have come out and said, like, you know, I just have stopped creating content on this game because it's boring, or they've actually stopped doing PvP or stopped doing questing because people have lost interest in any of that stuff. Like, now talking about the game or making videos about what is coming to the game or about other things than like the actual in-game content is getting more views, and it's all really weird. But I have definitely been getting burnt out, and I'm not really wanting to just sit down and talk about the game 24/7, but it's looking like if that's what people are going to watch, then, you know, I guess, because I'm not going to upload a hype PvP video and that gets like 600 views, and then upload a video talking about the new Gamma plushie and that gets 4K view, and it's just like, what? Like, all right. Anyways, bro, the new test realm coming out this fall in like the next 2 months has eyes on it, right? And this has huge updates to PvP, huge updates to cards, audits, spellements, we assume, right? Certain cards that don't have spellements are going to be getting spellements, I think, including the lore spell audit. But there are a lot of things that the devs have been talking about on streams that sadly I don't really have access to show you guys, because a lot of the devs don't really like, when they stream and then go off stream, they don't have the setting where it saves all of their past like broadcasts. So you are just going to have to take my word for it, unless you are an avid you know, watcher of said devs on Twitch and stuff like that. But anyways, the first and probably the biggest thing that people have been complaining about, that actually Ratbeard was talking about at the end of one of his streams, is that the devs were, or maybe still are, I'm not really sure, but they were months ago talking about what it would be like if they brought back pre-enchant, basically, right? Not in the sense that you can, like, you know, go in Unicorn Way, start battling some lost souls, and you know, enchant some cards with you know, Colossal or Extraordinary, Unstoppable, etc., you know, the whole like third age, second age spiel, where, you know, oh, hold on, I gotta go make some pre-enchants because I'm about to do a tournament. Like, not really in that sense. Basically, what they're talking about is returning cards like, so I don't really have them on any of my characters right now. I think I actually ended up getting rid of them because they ended up getting like banned from PvP. But cards like Raging Kraken and Fire Shark, and other cards that schools were using that were like really powerful for low pips. And basically the gist of the conversation that Ratbeard had with chat was the devs were going to talk about bringing these back, but instead of being able to, you know, pre-enchant some cards and then put them in your side deck, these cards were going to come back with a Solar Surge vibe to them. So instead of, you know, Fire Shark doing as much damage as it does for like 2 or 3 pips, it would do the same amount as, you know, like Sunbird or Fire Elf would do with a Solar Surge. Same thing for Kraken. I think Kraken is 3 pips if I can remember. So that would be doing as much damage as a Solar Surge Sunbird, just to give you guys an idea. Now, not every school has really good low pip TC hits, so I wonder if, you know, they took that into consideration during the whole like dev conference about, or not conference, that seems like superficial, right? But basically giving schools TC Solar Surges. I wonder if that was within the realm of conversation, if that's something that they spoke about, because I know that the devs are talking about bringing back pre-enchants, because a lot of people do not like the meta the way it is right now because of the amount of like deck fail possibility. It is absolutely outrageous. Like, I've seen it. I know it sucks. But that is within the realm of possibility that we could actually see pop in the test room coming up this fall within the next like month and a half. Some of the smaller things that absolutely need to be said in this video is that I strongly think that, and it's honestly due right now because it's been a long time since this has been talked about, and this has been the year of KingsIsle saying, you know, all of this year is going to be spent on making the game better and not really adding much more to the game, like in terms of like new worlds, side worlds, things like that, right? So this year is almost over. So where are the rest of the audits? Where is the lore spell audit? Where is, you know, the audit to spells like let's see. Oh, where is it? Lord of Night? Do I have that? I don't. But Lord of Night needs an audit. Goat Monk needs an audit. Like, all of these lore spells are supposed to be getting changed. And some of the lore spells that are pretty good right now, like Hephaestus, are actually rumored to get, like, nerfed. So all of this is, you know, speculation, talks amongst the devs, amongst other players that may know a thing or two, right? But where is it? Like, certain spells like Krampus already have spell elements, but where's Lore Master spell elements? Where is Athena Battle Sight spell elements? Where's Queen Calypso spell elements, right? I strongly think that those are going to come in this fall update. These cards are going to get audited. If they're too weak, they will be made stronger. If they're too strong, then unfortunately they will be made weaker. But I do think players are going to like certain audits that, you know, may make Lord of Night better or Goat Monk better. Right now, they're both pretty lackluster, right? A lot of people are wanting Lore Master spell elements. I know all of the PvP head balances are going to start like doing this and that and pretty much everything to get Lore Master spell elements. But I do think that we're going to see new trainable spells as well. I don't know for absolute certain, but that is basically what is being like strongly assumed. New trainable spells, audits, and all of that stuff coming in this next test realm. That is pretty much like the big expectation. This next thing is actually a pretty big one, and I've been making tweets and giving opinions on this for a long time. Basically ever since the damage cap update came out, where basically the maximum amount of damage you can have at any level or pretty much on any wizard for any school is about 125 before you start receiving negative returns or like decimal or fraction amounts of returns on your damage, right? So if your damage is like 126, it might be like 125.5. If your damage is like 140, which is actually very possible, especially at levels above like 85, you're pretty much going to be putting out around like a 132 maybe damage output, right? But this, in my opinion, was one of the worst blanket updates, and we actually have confirmation that I'll put on the screen right now from Matt Nedick, who is a huge supporter in, you know, making 5th Age the best that it can be, that the devs were actually talking about making the damage caps based off level. Now, this is actually huge because a big problem in the low-level PvP community specifically, like 30, 50, 60, you know, 70, 80, 90 especially, is that people do not like glass cannon strategies. The Ice Minotaur strategy, you know, getting as much damage as you can on a fire and going full crit, full damage, full pierce, and spamming Salamander. That has been absolutely broken. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but it's like, it's just unplayable. It is unwinnable, right? And anyone can do these strategies. It doesn't matter if it costs a little bit of money. Anyone can fork over that money, right? And it's just not fun to verse these strategies, and a lot of people are choosing not to PvP until this gets fixed. And some people have said, if it doesn't get fixed, I'm just not going to PvP. Well, this is actually going to solve that problem at large. Like, if you make it so level 60s can only get a maximum of 85 damage before they have, like, you know, negative returns on output, then 60s will no longer be able to go full glass cannon and just create this unbeatable strategy. And I think that specifically this is going to help low-level PvP. Max PvP already has their 125 damage cap, so there's no real reason to change theirs, right? But this is great, and I think that this is coming in the test realm. I hope, because if it's already been in the talks and a dev has already reached out publicly and said that it's, you know, in the talks, then it's probably going to happen. There are a lot of people who reach out to devs and ask questions and don't get a lick of a response. So I think that this is huge, and it definitely needs to come to the game, and I strongly think it is going to be in the fall test room. And yo, this video kind of built like a top 5, but really it's not supposed to be. It's just supposed to be a video where I condense pretty much what the devs have been talking about and relay it all in one video, because there are a lot of people who have no idea what is like happening, like what is going to happen. There are a lot of people who are in for a very, very rude awakening. Like 99% of the people that I talk to on Wiz have no idea what the 5th age update is going to bring. It's like some of them outright deny it. They actually get toxic and they're like, yeah, the devs have never touched gear. The gear audit's not coming. 5th age is not coming. They've been talking about that since, you know, I was born, this, that, and the other. And like, basically, I think KingsIsle has done a pretty bad job on like, relaying all of this information on what is to come, what is to be expected in the future. And a lot of people are, you know, doing super low levels of PvP and wondering why they can't use high level TC anymore. There are a lot of people trying to revive levels such as 60 and 50, and you know, they have no idea that Commander gear and Glendemian gear is going away, Staff with Flashing Blades, all of this stuff, right? KingsIsle could easily implement this on the launcher, but you know, they haven't. So a lot of people have no idea or are just outright denying that these things are about to happen. And it's absolutely crazy. But the last thing that I want to talk about in this video, right, is the fact that there is talk about banning Reshuffle. And obviously we know that Diego is about to get a huge rework. A lot of the, I'll call them the second agers, right? We're talking about Dakota Earthhorn, Nick Stormrider, obviously, you know, Zeus Devo, all those heads, the old heads, the guys that pretty much know what good PvP looks like, you know, knows that, you know, if you take the second age PvP system and make it better, you pretty much have like one of the best systems, right? And for a long time, they were talking to Ratbeard on how to make PvP better, but a lot of this is going in pretty much hand in hand with Diego getting fixed, quote unquote fixed, or like the devs, this is the new Diego, this should solve a lot of the stalling problems, a lot of the let me just spam a bunch of hits and then heal and then I win problem, right? Timer problems as well. But basically Reshuffle apparently is also playing into the whole, you know, stalling thing. So Reshuffle might actually get banned, and we might actually see that in this next update. Now, a lot of people want this next update to be the 5th age PvP update. I don't even think 5th age is going to be in this update. With the information that we've been provided in past dev notes, if you remember, the devs actually stated that rank is going to be reset before 5th age. And currently, everybody still has their original 4th age rank. So with that being said, I highly doubt that the devs are going to go back on their word. Especially, you know, when it's in dev notes, like clear as day, right? I'll put it up on the screen for you guys to see, but that has not happened. So I don't think actually that 5th age is going to be in this next update. I think that it is going to be heavy audits, new spells, possible changes to Diego and all that stuff, right? And then 5th age is going to come out actually with Lemuria possibly at the very end of this year or possibly at the beginning of next year. And Lemuria and 5th age are both going to come out at the same time, and it's going to be a huge smackaroo with all the new Lemuria spells, PvP, max PvP is going to be absolutely crazy. But I think this test room is going to be another contribution to audits, balances, Diego heavy on the PvP balances and audits. And I think that, you know, things like Reshuffle might get banned, new trainable spells, lore spells are going to get spellamented, and audits, and damage caps based on level is absolutely huge. So in terms of Reshuffle getting banned, I actually strangely agree with that. Especially if they give us more room in our decks to deck build. But I guess we are going to have to wait just a little bit longer to see what this update holds or has in store for the community. Regardless though, I really want, above all else, for this update to make PvP bearable. Because as of right now, there are way too many extremes, way too many things broken, and just way too many exploits that just make matches so boring and not worth playing and just drawn out. and it's really affecting the community. And this is the exact thing that has caused a lot of people to question whether the game is actually dying or not right now, which it's not, but players are definitely expressing their distaste with the state of the game, at least. And you know, that's all fair game, because I've definitely been feeling it and have not been playing much as a result. But if you guys are into this kind of archetype of video where I sit down and talk about topics, give my opinions, maybe spit a little bit of, you know, facts here and there, do let me know by hitting that like button, subscribing if you're a new, obviously, fan. Like, you gotta subscribe to the boy, like, come on. And you know, yeah, I have a lot of topics to talk about, so let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.